Hello, everybody. Welcome back to some more reaction content featuring more fresh and fit with Destiny on the panel, right? I like it when Destiny's on the panel because it's a lot of this going on, a lot of this. I feel like fresh and fit sometimes might be taking advantage of certain women who don't know anything, right? Because they just don't. You know, I mean, if you tell me to build a rocket ship, I wouldn't know how to do it, but put me in a room with a bunch of rocket scientists and they'll just make me look dumb constantly. So we're going to react a little bit more of that. Only one or two topics to keep the video short.
Most women
tend
not to care about male body count.
Right? Oh, shit.
When people see a woman with a high body count, they think lack of control. When you see a man with a high body count, you think this guy's in control, right? He's capable of like achieving a lot, right?
Okay.
Now,
body
however,
count. Touchy subject.
Body count
Touchy subject.
Women, but I think it comes up in a different way. So here's a question. I could be wrong, right? But let's say that you have a guy and you start dating, you start talking to him, and you find out that he has like a lot of women friends, and then after you start dating, you find out that he's a lot of them. Are you okay with him like texting, DMing, like still being like friends with these women, or going around that?
Good question. We'll go around the table now.
Okay, so before they're already getting spicy, that's why I love this. Like, let me put in my 2 cents, right? If you have had intercourse with somebody and you're dating somebody else, but you're still hanging around that person who you have had intercourse with, that's a no-go. That's honestly a no-go. The reason, because if she has guy friends who she hasn't slept with, then, you know, sure, they might have crushes on her. But if she's still hanging around a man who she has slept with in the past, it's this feeling that I personally think of, that she exposed herself to this man, right? Like, she opened up her legs, the man saw her naked, he's been inside of her, they probably done some pretty kinky stuff in the past, and they might have a few inside jokes. You know what would be the worst feeling is if you are walking by a TJ Maxx with her and her guy friend, for some reason he's along, and then they look at the TJ Maxx and then they start giggling like crazy because she blew him in the dressing room, right? That's something you don't want to be around. If you're with somebody, you should cut all ties with people who you have sex with, because clearly you're not with them anymore for reasons, right? If you still like them, you still be with them, but something happened. So it's just this aspect of you should cut off dead weight. And if there's multiple of them, then no, then don't date that woman. Do not date that woman.
Nah,
that's what I would say.
I don't know. I guess. I mean, if he's not like on that bullshit and like talking to them,
the girl on the right knows. The girl on the right knows.
I don't know.
She's not in her head.
Knowing me, I probably wouldn't be okay with it.
Okay. What about you?
No.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who would say yes.
It's a no for me, dog.
It's a no for me, dog. Randy Jackson. But did you say before that you would be okay with your guy exercising options?
That is the reason why I'm single.
Because you make no sense?
No, I cannot handle it. I cannot handle it. That's why I'm single.
So you're not okay with the man exercising options?
Listen, I would, but I can't handle it.
What?
Okay.
I would. Like, maybe if I was a little bit more mature, I would be able to be okay with it. But I am not mature enough to handle it.
Yeah,
I know that
she's
I'm not
walking
mature
in
enough
circles
to handle it right now. So no.
By definition, you can't accept it.
I can't accept it. Maybe in the future, I would.
Right now. No, the present time at 12:43 in the morning.
Okay. Bruh. I would not want him talking to girls that he's been fucking with, is what I'm saying. If it was like once or twice, okay, and they have no ties to him, I'll be okay with letting it go.
That's weird. That's a weird.
If it's
that's
like
a weird
an everyday
statement.
thing,
That's
like
so
you're
weird.
gonna see this person
Yes
constantly,
or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no?
The answer is no.
No, it's not.
She will not accept.
If it's like a threesome here,
Who the fuck is the guy behind there who constantly puts himself in?
But if it's like a constant everyday thing, no.
Okay. Right. And then guy like, yo, this is why so many.
Yeah, that's a very interesting take. She said that, and if everything went perfect in her mind, she would have a boyfriend, and once every 3 months he would have sex with another woman, and then never talk to that woman again. That's what she's saying. But if they like hang out, if they're having sex every day after work, then no, she's not with it. But occasionally, like if she flies to California, they live in Florida, and she's gone for 2 months, then he fucks a girl at a bar one night because he's horny. She's like, okay, that's fine. That's how I'm interpreting it. That's how I'm interpreting it. That's how I'm interpreting it. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger.
I don't mean to make
Don't shoot the
a
messenger.
case study on this, but I don't know if you guys noticed she's been flip-flopping her answers based on how she feels at the moment that we ask her the question.
Yo, your poor baby.
And this is what I mean when I say that women a lot of the times have to make their answers based on how they feel when a particular question is asked or how they feel at the moment of the environment around them, right?
I think there's something to be said for how confidently men will answer questions though when they don't know what they're talking about, right? So she's obviously like waffling back and forth, but you'll have a guy like really confidently say some shit like, I'd never date a woman who's 24 with a body count of 50. But I guarantee you, he might say that, but if the right girl walks through that door and she's a 9 or 10, like the guy will suck it up and do it 100%. So even though
that's
might
true,
be a confident answer,
that's true.
Given the right circumstance, he'll probably be willing to bend or change too, I think.
He'll make that
My
decision
queen.
and say what's on his mind at that moment.
At that time, sure.
He's not gonna flip flop and I don't know how I feel about this, and then like let their feelings go ahead 100%, like dictate how they're going to answer a question.
But I'm pretty concrete on the fact that
she's not sure.
No. Listen.
Yeah, she's concrete that she doesn't know. She knows that she doesn't know. She knows that she doesn't know.
If he was gonna have a constant relationship with this woman, no. If it's like a once in a time thing where we have threesomes or like, you know, I would be okay with that.
If it's your ex, if you're fucking her, she's got to kick rocks, so you're
Yeah.
gonna kick rocks.
See?
I'm not putting up with that shit. I'm not gonna put myself
This woman
through that
knows
shit.
who I'm blocking.
I will stress myself out.
It's
So you
me.
can't talk to your ex
I'm the guest.
Okay, but fair enough. What about you?
Fuck that.
I mean, I wouldn't like it, but you know, humans are unique and there's different situations, and you know, there is like there has to be a respect towards me, you know what about it, like
Okay, what she's talking
some
about.
guy could be best friends with a girl for lifelong, and you know, whatever, they did their thing one time, and
Just one time.
whatever, he introduces me to her, we become friends. Like there's situations where
I
you can
wouldn't.
be okay with
I
it.
don't know.
Okay.
And yeah, of course you're not gonna like it as a female.
Well, she
but
gave
if
him a
there's
sloppy
common
top.
respect, and I'm, you know, things happen. We're all
I'm
human
the
beings.
TJ Maxx,
I
man.
wanna
The
say
TJ Maxx.
Answer, I would be careful because women will say that. But as soon as you guys get into a fight and he's talking to that woman,
Oh, yeah.
and he's like, "Man, I got into a fight with Tony today." Oof, then shit goes
That's
crazy.
where the respect comes
Yeah.
in. Like, you know, our arguments should be private. You shouldn't
Men
be
don't know
running
how
to
to-
a girl that
For
you
sure,
fuck.
for sure.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
What are you
but
gonna say?
sometimes they're
That men
horny.
don't know how to keep that boundary.
What boundary in particular?
Like for example, like how she said that he had a best friend, they fucked once or twice, and then they got into an argument, and he's over here talking to her about
Oh
the
no, it's
situation
not that
that
men
they
don't know how
had.
to keep it; they just don't give a fuck about it.
They don't give a fuck.
give a
Exactly.
fuck.
They don't give a
Hey,
fuck about it.
hey,
know they're doing
hey,
something.
it's possible that some men, hey, there's good boys out there.
It's-
Hey, there's still good men out there. Don't let them two convince you. There are men who keep what happens in their own home behind closed doors. And then, you know, they have nobody to vent to sometimes. And even if they do have a friend and they say, hey, what's wrong? Most men, I feel like, would be like, there's some stuff happening, but I'm all good. I'm vibing. Hello? Oh.
Of course.
Okay, every time,
Whoopsie.
yeah.
Well, that's
Oh
where the
yeah,
respect comes
oh
in.
yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
She does this hand moving a lot,
You
the
okay?
forward thingy.
I'm great.
Look like you're in love, man.
I know, man. Yes, sir.
Are you bricked up?
Don't worry about it, man. Why you putting me on the spot? It's L Fresh, L Wingman.
Damn.
Bad Wingman. Fresh is LBC.
Damn. L Fresh, L Fresh.
No. That's bad. Because like
That's Ritz.
The relationship is dead or the girls are dead? That's clarify.
like no, like really though, like if I'm with you, like you okay with me being cool with my nigga friends and I'm my nigga friends, like
Yeah.
like
Niggas like, yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
They
be for
count.
real. Like, you
real,
okay
like-
with me, my homeboys, and you still,
Yeah,
like,
and
I'm
there's
still-
no right. I'm gonna cut her off. This is a great point. If you're a man and you're allowing your woman to have sex with other men, she's going to lose respect for you. Because if you get a woman who already has an income, who is now fucking other men, what do you bring to the table except for a headache at most points? If you're not the best man in the world outside the sheets, she's probably getting good dick. She's probably getting better dick. She's probably getting multiple dicks at one time. You never fucking know how kinky she can be. And then she comes home to you. Dinner ain't cooked. House ain't clean. Get the hell out, brother. You have no respect in the relationship. And then you're at home watching a video, watching this TikTok and thinking, and your girlfriend's getting plowed in the bedroom. You're like, Nah, my girlfriend respects me as she gets nut all over her face. Get the hell out of here.
Cool, my homeboys, and you want me to still be cool with you, your homegirls.
Get outta
and
here.
Cool and tight. Like, no, that's that.
All right, let me ask you a question though. Would you let's say you're with a guy that you like, you love and you admire, right, and you respect him? Would you realistically want to have sex with other men?
Excuse me?
Let's say you're with a man.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
That you love and you admire and you respect. Would you realistically want to have sex with other men?
Gross.
See, and that you can't even grasp it, right?
No, like, I'm sorry.
If you're with a man, your
Yes.
boyfriend, fiance, whatever, you love him, you respect him, would it even come to your mind to have sex with other dudes?
No, I don't want to have sex with nobody else.
Okay, now let me flip it. If that guy's in a relationship with you and he loves you, you know what the reality is? He wants to have sex with other girls.
I'm sure of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
You're right.
So when
Because
so what you're arguing right now,
standing up,
saying, well, that's like me having sex with my homeboys. Well, not really, because you don't want to. You don't really want to do that.
On my behalf, no.
Okay, you would not want it.
No.
Okay. But you do understand that
That's
a
not
guy,
true.
even if he loves you, wants to have sex with other girls.
That's not true, right? Because I have a girlfriend and I do not want to have sex with any other woman.
Most of the
Because I
time.
love my girlfriend.
You're right.
Okay.
She's amazing.
That's just how that.
Yeah. So that's all I'm saying.
Right,
is-
so they do this a lot, right? Where if men want to fuck every woman, that's not true. When I'm single, I want to fuck every woman. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm single, why not have sex with as many women as I can? But when you're dating, I think most men understand to stay loyal, and then the men that don't, you know, they're not good men. There's a reason to date. If you want to have sex with multiple women, just stay single. Like why would that's why I don't understand. I don't understand cheating, because if you want to have sex with multiple people, men or women, just be single and have sex with multiple people. Nobody's stopping you. You don't have to date. And I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's because you were trying to say it's equal, like, oh, well, that's like me having sex with my homeboys, and I'm trying to say it's not, because you don't really want to have sex with them if you're with a man that you love. Versus he's with you, he loves you, but he definitely still wants to have sex with his homegirls. That's what I'm trying to say.
She understands really. She understands really like. Yeah, both. Okay,
I think she. Yeah, I think
she sounds like. Yeah,
I'm just saying men and women are different. Like
really. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, women naturally don't want to be hoes if they're with the guy that they love, admire, and respect.
You of course not. You're right, but but a dude would definitely still have love for the girl, but he still want to hoe up. Like he still want to, fuck up.
Period.
And I get that. It's just that's just how
this.
shit be.
Yeah.
Like for real, like in real life.
Not every guy.
No,
Hold on,
not every guy. You're
Not
right.
every
You're
guy.
right. Not every guy is the
Not in
same.
real life either.
You're right. Not every guy is the same.
Let me
but
ask you a question.
Yeah, nigga.
If you know that guys want to do that, would you be okay with your guy stepping out, knowing the reality that most guys just want to have multiple women? Would you be okay with that, knowing that?
Oh no, he wants
that
to
you
break up to
understand
fuck
reality.
multiple women.
In that situation, that's where you gotta know what type of what you're looking for in the dude. Like what you wanna put up with, what you wanna deal with.
Have you ever had a dream?
Well, knowing
What the hell? What the hell are these background noises?
well, my question to you is, I want to try to get a direct answer here, is knowing that most men want to have sex with most girls.
Not true.
I'm saying if you're with
Not
a guy
true.
that you love and you respect, are you willing to put up with that, knowing that there's a high likelihood it'll happen?
I'm not.
It's not a
for you
high
if you
likelihood.
wouldn't do that. No.
So you want a man to be monogamous to you only?
Yes.
If it's 100, if it's real, you right. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, you want him to be monogamous to you?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean,
Like really.
Yeah, like I don't understand. I don't understand what they're going for here. Down on the haters. Not all men cheat. There's, I think, right? They're trying to paint a picture that all men cheat. Not all men cheat. The women on this side were like, not all men cheat. Obviously, there's going to be men that cheat. There's going to be women that cheat, but not the fact that he's like, well, you're going to be with a man knowing that he's going to want to cheat on you. No, he might not want to cheat on her. He might have been cheated on, so now he doesn't cheat. Like this is what I'm saying. Is on the Fresh and Fit podcast, they take these women and they hit them with these weird worded questions to try to make their point right, because there is no right answer that she could say, because they'll just flip into another question. Do you want a man that's loyal? Yes. Well, you can't have one because this. Do you want a man that's unloyal? No. Well, you can't have one because of this. Like, brother, not all men cheat. It's not that hard to understand.
Possible.
Right.
I think there's, to be clear, I think there's a difference.
Some women are willing to do anything to keep you monogamous to them, like just faithful to them.
I just think
to get the gawk
every single day to keep you.
I think you should clarify your question.
Yeah.
When you say, because when you say your man wants to f another woman, that can mean two very different things. Does he like fantasize about like other people sometimes? Because I'm sure even most women will fantasize about like a celeb or whatever.
Absolutely.
Or do they want to, like, would they, given the opportunity to step out and do it and not get caught, would they do it?
They would.
Yeah, sure. But I'm just saying those wants are two different things. So like when you say, would you want to be with a man who wants to f other women? Well, if you're saying like it's natural that every guy like has a fantasy or desire to, that's different than it's natural that every man will cheat.
Does
I think
yeah,
those are
but
two
under
way
the
different
context of the conversation, how we pretexted him talking to those other girls and
See,
potentially
yeah,
having sex,
like-
I mean, I would assume she would infer that.
Right? That's the thing, is like, well, under the context of if you have a laser sword and then you hit me, but I have a laser deflecting armor, so your laser sword doesn't actually kill me, right? It's like it's these questions that are molded to where there is no answer that doesn't agree with what they say. Well, if you got a boyfriend and he's hanging out with 9 porn stars and then he gets sedated and then they hold him upside down and then they suck his dick, do you still want to be with that? And people are like, nope. Oh, haha, that's what happens. No, it's not, brother. What the these questions are worded so fucking stupid that if they have any people who are intelligent, right? They blow the question out the water. That's why I like it when Destiny's on the panel, because he's like, brother, you're wording the shit fucking weird. You're wording the shit sussy.
Potentially, yeah, but I'm saying like a woman saying that like I want a man that doesn't want any other woman, she's either retarded
Preach.
or that sentence makes perfect sense. It depends, right? Because if you're with a man who you don't ever want him to have desire for the woman,
When I
it's
said
dumb.
that, you
Right.
understood that. I meant he wants
Whoa,
to be
whoa.
other girls. You understood that, right?
Like will other girls given
He
the
will other girls given the opportunity, right? I mean, that's why she answered the way she did. Like, no. So I think she understands it. But yeah, what? You know
No,
something?
we got you really, like, absolutely, we got you.
This generation just crazy. That's not
Crazy, man.
All I'm saying is that you want a guy to be monogamous to you, and I'm simply saying that's not realistic in most situations.
You're absolutely right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So why
And I
not?
agree with you.
Why not adapt to reality and accept
You're
it?
right. It's possible.
Yeah, cool. What about you? Would you be okay with your guy having his female friend still around that he had sex with in the past?
Never in a million years.
Please talk into the microphone.
Never in
She's
a
sobering up.
million years. Never.
She's still
So
awake.
the only reason I ask is because I think that sometimes when we ask questions, especially poll questions, I think that sometimes the answers can be a little bit one-dimensional. Or there's another question asked. So like earlier we talked about how many partners does a person have, and are they likely to divorce?
there's a little
and it's like
Destiny thing?
0 and 1 are the best number of partners to have.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, it could be that they're religiously they found the one.
Yeah,
and
there's
like,
other variables,
and
man.
then same thing with this. So like, does
the
a girl
fuck is
care about a guy
happening?
with like a 50 or 100 body count? Like,
Oh no. Well, we'll cover that in another video, right? But that's those are my points. Is not all men want to cheat, not all women want to cheat. Are there cheaters out there? Yes. The same way that there's people who speed, same way that there's people who jaywalk, right? There's things that you're not supposed to do, but people still do it. You should never go into a relationship thinking the other person should cheat, and you should never go into a relationship thinking that you will cheat. You should always try to be as most faithful, right? Because why not? Why not have happiness? But that's it for the end of the video. Hopefully you guys like the content. If you do like the reaction content, because I feel like I have pretty good points of reasoning, comment, hey, I like the content, do more of this. Hey, I like the content, can you react to this? And leave a link, and I'll definitely get around to that video. Leave a like, subscribe to the YouTube, or come watch the Twitch live when I do this, so that way you can be in the chat, and maybe I can hear you live. We have a little bit of fun. But thank you, everybody. I hope to see you all again in the next video. See you.